Today we're going to be ranking the supports based on how good they are. I'm a Celestial DPS and support main myself, and here's what I think. Starting at the bottom where he belongs, we have Jeff the Land Shark. He is absolutely by far the worst support in the game. Might be one of the worst characters in the game, to be honest. And it's really not even close. You see? Look at that up there. It's all the supports up here, and there's Jeff way at the bottom. His heals are, well, decent, to say the least, and his survivability is great, on the other hand. If only I too could swim away from all of life's problems like Jeff. Anyways, his ult is far too map dependent to be reliable. He only really can get kills with it if the cliff is right there, if there's a cliff, or if you can take him to spawn, but the probability of that is not high. Great example of this is Clintar. Jeff's ult is useless on this map. Where can he bring him? He can't. There's literally no cliffs on Clintar. So if we really break it down here, he needs a good map, plus a team with low mobility and low IQ, might I add, just to get the chance to swallow them. And just like your mom, that's what Jeff does best. To make him even somewhat usable on the DPS side of things, you're really gonna need the Luna team up, empowering Jeff with icy abilities. All of that just to be slightly above average. Without that, honestly, he's really trash. Honestly, it's really the only thing keeping him out of F tier is his ult. Next up, we have Adam Warlock. He's pretty similar to Jeff. One might say they are two cheeks of the same ass. Just like Jeff, his ult can be great situationally, but it's situationally. And his heals are decent. The main problem with Adam Warlock, to be honest, is he's just so easy to dive, man. I myself, as a Psylocke main, start licking my lips. I get, thirsty when I see an Adam Warlock on the enemy team. He's just so easy to dive. He has no mobility, which is crazy considering he is quite literally one of the few people in the game who can canonically fly. But instead, he chooses to walk everywhere. And with dive being as strong as it is currently, it's gonna be pretty hard to play Adam Warlock. Every other sport has so much more survivability tech on way shorter cooldowns. Get this. Loki has a swap, which is on a 15-second cooldown. He has invisibility, which is on a 15-second cooldown. And he has his immortality field on a 30-second cooldown. That's 3 survival techs, all on shorter cooldowns. Whereas Adam Warlock's Soulbond, it's a 40-second cooldown. That's it. Other than that, he has his little snappy heals, and that's still like on a 5-second cooldown, and they're not good enough to save himself. So you really have the Soulbond. That's it. Cloak and Dagger, the MVP farmer, the original Snow Bunny. Like Jordan on the Wizards, you could say that she's washed. What used to be a no-brainer as the best support is now, I'd say, sadly fallen out of her prime. She's still a really solid support, don't get me wrong, but she lacks that same chutzpah she had in the last season. And her ult's still really good for taking this ground, and she's honestly still one of the most annoying supports to dive as a DPS. Really, the strongest part about her kit is the blind from Cloak. It's great for holding angles, punishing people who overextend, really just getting kills. Other than that though, it's really easy to shut down her ult nowadays, especially with Magneto. And it's also on a way longer cooldown than it was prior seasons, which I'm not complaining about, by the way. I'm not complaining about. I remember so many matches, especially in comp, where it literally just became a Cloak and Dagger fest, where it was just ult after ult after ult. So she can still be played really solidly, don't get me wrong. But problem is, she's just that. Really solid. Mantis. You see, her heals are decent, but she makes up with it really with her utility. Her stun, her CC is so good. Very easy to hit, very, short cooldown. And the great thing about it, she can combo with her damage boost, turning her into a literal DPS. You have utility on the DPS front and of course the sleep front. Of course, while having decent heals, especially with her buffs that they gave her this season. And then there's her ult. Her ult is a really solid ult. It's an immortality ult already that gives it much props. But the second thing is you get a speed boost. And this is a PSA to all those Mantis players out here. I'm a Mantis support main myself, okay? For some reason, whenever people pop their Mantis ult, they kind of like use like Luna, right? They might push up, play a little bit aggressive, but they kind of just still stay in the back, really use it just to heal their team. The way you should be doing it with Mantis though is you pop that ult and guess what? You get in the back line. You start just demolishing their squishies, right? Because they cannot keep up with that speed boost. Her ult's really good. She's also really good against dive comps since she can, hit that sleep. She plays into poke. She's all just around a really good choice, to be honest. The only weakness really is she just needs to be paired up with a mainline healer, someone who can output a lot of heals. Then there's the trickster god himself, Loki. See, Loki is the most hit or miss support. You either straight carry your team, you're talking about prime Golden State, or you were straight ass. Unfortunately for me, all I can get are the teammates that just woke up from their recent lobotomies. His kit might be the best anti-dive in the game. He has clones, he has teleports, he has invis, he has immortality lamp. If played right, Loki can literally make it seem like there's always a support ult active. I can't tell you how annoying it is when I see a Lord Loki on the enemy team and they're just farming ults. Really, his only weaknesses are, I'd say, his heals. They can be, like I said, hit or miss and kind of low, especially depending what the team comps are running, right? He's not really good for healing dive. He's also really easy to feed off of in terms of, well, I think you already know who I'm talking about. Armed and dangerous! Luna Snow.
I am ready to put on a show!
My Ice Queen, the K-pop legend, she might just have the best ult in the game. 8 seconds, which feels like 30 by the way, of pure immortality and damage boost. Honestly, I don't see people using their damage boost enough. What more do I really need to say though? She can place passive heals, which personally, I love using that passive heal. I love watching my DPS fight over it. It's like a bunch of monkeys fighting over a banana. She can also pump out massive heals with her little empowerment ability she gets. And then there's the freeze. You see, a good Luna can straight up shut down ults. She can kill flankers, she stops dive, she really does it all. Problem is, you see, like a 50-year-old divorcee with too many drinks and a too little Viagra, she's pretty slow to get the jets going. Now, Luna, unlike that divorcee, once they get going, they're going, right? She can run away, a lot faster than most other characters in the game. The problem is, if you miss your freeze, or you're out of your little frost empowerment, this only leaves running away. Now, unless you're running away from Stephen Hawking, you're screwed. The only thing you can do is literally just pray that a tank or a DPS peels for you, which we all know the probability of that happening. Invisible Woman, Snow Bunny 2.0. She's just like Luna, but better. Her healing output, crazy. Her anti-dive is crazy. She has invisibility, which is a 6-second cooldown, a damage orb, which can hold flanks, push people back, hold positions, does it really, once again, it does it all. And she has the push and pull. And depending on the map geography, she can straight up just kill people with it. How many times I've dived into a team and I need to get out of there, and just when I think I get out, I get pulled by Invisible Woman. It is the most annoying thing. It's a great ult. Her team-ups are great. Really, what more is there to say? Honestly, I get it. I understand now. I get why Namor is so thirsty after this woman. I wish she was on my team always. Moving on to the tippity top. From rags to riches, you have Rocket Raccoon. This trash panda used to be almost useless. You guys, I'm sure, remember his ult. This was probably the most concerning and worried ult to hear in the game. You're getting dive, enemy Bucky pops his ult, and what do you hear in the background?
Enjoy the amplifier. Hey, team, enjoy the amplifier.
That's right. Really, the only saving grace for his kid used to be his beacon. Now though, Season 2 is upon us, and after some massive buffs, his healing output is quite crazy. His ult is really good, pretty much a immortality ult on top of a damage boost, so a really solid ult. His beacon is probably one of the best kits in the game, allowing a free revive. I've straight up just won games with this ability. It's very clutch. And then his team up with Punisher is still one of the best team ups. Great for shredding tanks and killing people. Honestly, with his survivability being so high, his all-around kit being so good, and his healing output being crazy right now, I would say it might be fair to say Rocket went from being the worst, or maybe second worst support, to possibly the best support. There you have it, the official rankings for supports. I hope you enjoyed, I know I did. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be joined by Sequoia and Dork Matter, where we will be ranking either the DPS or the tanks. We haven't decided yet, but we will. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? While you're at it, hit that bell. If you do this, I promise you, Emma Frost will be in your room tonight. Anyways, that's all I have for you. Stay safe, stay sexy, bye-bye.